Environmental pollution. First of all, we know about what is environment. The environment word is derived from two French words. Environ mean, the word environment is derived from two French words. Environment mean surrounding, and ment mean actioning. So literally, we call that environment is known as surrounding actioning. So anything which is surrounding us is known as environment, or anything which is external to all living organism is known as surrounding. Then what is pollution, or what is the environmental pollution? So any undesirable change in the physical, chemical, biological characteristics of the air, land and water which affect the human lives, or it affects the health of other living organisms is known as environmental pollution. This definition is given by Odom in 1971. And we can also define the environmental pollution that when any harmful substance they contaminate the environment, it is called as pollution. Other definition of environmental pollution is pollution refer to the very bad condition, to the very bad conditions of environment in terms of quality and quantity. Some pollutant which enter into the environment, their quantity are very less, but their effect are very large. Their effect are very large. For example, DDT. Their quantity are very less, but their effect are very large. There are certain pollution in which their quantity is more, but their effect are very less. And we can also define environmental pollution, that pollution is the introduction of contaminants into the natural environment that causes adverse changes of anything which enter into our atmosphere or it enter into our environment, and it affect the life of human beings as well as other living organisms. It is known as a contamination. It is known as environmental pollution. Or we can also define that environmental pollution, addition of any substance or form of energy to the environment at a rate faster than it can be stored in a harmless form. If, for example, due to the activity of human beings, certain substances which enter into the environment, it takes a large time to degrade it into harmless substances and it to affect the environment, then it is known as environmental pollution. Or as environmental pollution can also be defined as influence of any substance cause nauseance, harmful effects and uneasiness to the organism. मतलब मुख्तलिफ किस्म की चीज़ें जो जिंदा जानदार हो या इंसानों में परेशानी का बायस बने, या इसकी उस पर मुज़िर असरात हो या ख़तरनाक हो, या इंसान हो या दूसरे जानदारों में वो बेचैनी पैदा करे, इसको भी हम एनवायरमेंटल पोल्यूशन कहते हैं. और वी कैन कंक्लूडेड दैट एनवायरमेंटल पोल्यूशन simply can be defined as something in the wrong place at the wrong time in wrong quantity is known as environmental pollution. The agent which then what is pollutant? The agent that produce the state of pollution is known as a pollutant. Or we can also define pollutant, any physical, chemical or biological factor that cause pollution is called pollutant. Pollutant is any agent, is any substance or any form of energy which enter to the environment and produce serious effects. It is known as a pollutants. So there are various types of classification of pollutants. So the classification based on the release of pollutant. The first one is the primary pollutant. The pollutant which is enter into the environment directly due to the activity of human beings or by natural means is known as primary pollutant. For example, carbon dioxide gas, nitrogen dioxide, these are known as primary pollutant. And secondary pollutants are those pollutants within the environment, the primary pollutants, they are combined with one another to form secondary pollutant. For example, H2SO4, HNO3, which is a type of acids which is produced due to the combination of two or more than two primary pollutants with one another in the environment, then it is known as secondary pollutant. Another classification, that classification based on biodegradability. Biodegradable, it is a phenomena in which various types of living organisms, basically bacteria and fungi, which is known as decomposer, they convert the dead bodies of animal and plant into simple and harmless substances. This process is known as biodegradability. So the classification of pollutant based on biodegradability is two types. Biodegradable pollutants are those pollutants due to the process of decomposition it is converted into simpler substances. And non-biodegradable pollutants, these are those pollutants which enter into the environment, but due to the living organism, due to the decomposer, it cannot be converted into simple or harmless substances, then it is known as non-biodegradable pollutant. And their example is a DDT. Dichloro, diphenyl and trichloroethane is the name of the chemical which enter into the environment, and they are not decomposed into simpler by the decomposers. This is the example of a non-biodegradable pollutant.